My scary stories are real. And I'm sitting here watching this horror movie on Prime called Leatherface. So in this movie, right, this mom, and I think the little boy got to be like 6 or 7, the little baby who they having a birthday party for, and he got his eldest brother there and his middle brother and the grandpa. They're sitting to the table and they're wishing him a happy birthday. So the little boy, he's blowing his candles out, his homemade cake that his mom made, right? So after they finish wishing him happy birthday, the eldest boy get up and aggressively cuts the cake. The little baby sitting to the table like, looking at his mom like, why is he cutting my cake? The mom was like, stop it. He was like, it's your brother's birthday, so let your brother decide on who he's going to give the cake to first. So they got this man sitting to the table with him, right? And he's duct taped up and he's tied to a chair. So the mom tells the little 6-year-old, she was like, you're going to give the first cake to the person who stole our pigs. So the eldest brother go and he takes the tape off the man's mouth, right? And the man was like, I didn't steal your pigs. I didn't steal it. I promise you I didn't steal anything from y'all. And the mom was just like, shut up. You stole our pigs. So the eldest brother takes the cake and he smashes it in the man's mouth. The man goes, why would I want to steal one of y'all dirty ass pigs? All of y'all just dirty. So the mom, like I said, she's a whole gaslight, a whole narcissist around here. She looks at the youngest boy and she says, as a family, we have to protect the family. And by you being the youngest, it's time for you, protect the family. So the eldest boy brought out a chainsaw, right? Set it in front of the little 6-year-old. So now you're going to have to go and protect the family because he took our pigs. So they get the little 6-year-old out the chair, right? The eldest boy puts the chainsaw in his hand and the man was like, no, I'm telling you, I didn't steal your pigs. I didn't steal your pigs. Don't do it. Grandpa and the middle child and the eldest child and the mama, they cheering the little boy on, right? The little 6-year-old, he really ain't with this shit because he don't even know what's going on and why he got to do it. So the brother puts the chainsaw in his hand and cuts it on. And so the man, he's fixing, he's like, no, please don't kill me. I'm telling you, I didn't kill your pigs. And the chainsaw cut the man calf of his knee off, right? And the little boy was like, no, I don't want to do it no more. So he ran back in his mom, and his mom was like, that's all right. You're going to get another chance. So the granddaddy, he upset. The middle child and the eldest brother, they're mad because the little boy don't want to go through with it. So the granddaddy get up, get a sledgehammer, and bust his cap back loose. So now a couple of years done passed, right? The little boy, he's now a teenager. With this young couple, and they riding on the road, right? Look like they could have been in high school. And they see something in the street, and the boy swerves. The girl, she gets out the car to go see what it is. The boy, he stays in the car. She walking up to her. She's like, I ain't never seen no shit like that. And she gets a little closer. And the little boy jumps out with a pig head on. She was like, are you all right? He said, no, I need some help. So he runs to the woods. And the little girl, she runs behind him. So then her boyfriend like, man, where the fuck you going at? So he jumps out the car. So he looking around trying to see where he going. This girl, she comes up to this house, right? She goes into this barn. And when she walks into the barn, she sees the little boy. Like, I'm here to help you. And they set a trap. And then she fell in. When she fell in, the eldest brother and the little boy came out with the middle child. And they walk over. And the girl, she's sitting there bleeding and in shock. And she's going all this shit, twitching and shit, right? But the eldest brother go. And it's this the trailer engine like hanging up in the barn, right? So he gets it and he puts it over the girl and he drops it on there and it smashes her. Her boyfriend goes and calls her daddy, who was the local cop in the area. He pulls up to the people's house. He was like, it's my daughter in there. It's my daughter. I want to know if she's in there. He's going bananas, right? Like, I'm going to kill everybody. I'm going to take all your motherfucking kids. So the mama come out, right? She's like, what's going on? What's happening? And so the police officer was just like, you know what the fuck going on. And guess what? And every time I pull up, your kids always be out there. She was like, take my kids out that car. They ain't did nothing. He was like, bullshit. All the other cops was just like, yeah, we can't keep the kids because all they did was find the body. He was like, bullshit, and y'all motherfucking know it. Eldest boy come up. He said, so you're going to arrest me for finding a body on our property? The police officer was about to get in his ass, right? And the mama was like, you going to leave my child alone. You going to get my child up out of there. So the police said, you know what I'm about to do. because you unfit. And all of your kids in danger. So the mom was like, my motherfucking kids ain't in danger. I'm a good ass mama to my kids. He said, you know what I'm going to do for you? So he called backup, right? He was like, guess what? I want y'all to surround. They have to take all the motherfucking kids. He said, oh, all of them. He said, you killed mine, one of mine, and I'm about to take all of yours, right? So he came in and took all of her motherfucking kids. And they put them in an asylum, right? So 2 of her kids in the asylum. The middle child and the baby, right? So the middle child and the baby in an asylum, right? From the time they were little children until adults. So it's this lady, right? This nurse, and she just started working at the asylum, right? And she's walking around and she's trying to get to know some of the crazy folks in there, right? The doctor was basically telling her, like, first of all, you in here with a bunch of psychos. Like, I know you come to here to help, but we don't need no help. We need for you to stay alert. So watch your back, right? So he basically told her, right? So she walks up to the eldest boy, right? And he done got a little bigger, than he did when he... So the youngest boy and his brother was in there together. So he hadn't got a little bit bigger. Right? So she's at the table and she's talking to him or whatever. Then all of a sudden, the other brother came up and he looked completely normal, right? He's sitting there, he chatting with the lady or whatever. So this guy comes up and he tried to rough the damn new nurse up. So the brother, he jumps in and he helps the lady, right? So the youngest brother tell her, he was just like, you the nicest person we done ever met that's in here. And he was like, I think you can stop like what's going on with us. Because at night, that man be doing all kind of stuff to us. So the mama come because she want visitation, right? She done went and found a man for money and all they do is sniff powder all day. So she comes in there and she's telling the doctor, look, I got me a lawyer right here. I got money and you got to let me see my kids. So he was like, well, first of all, being that these kids were in a situation where they were being endangered, sometimes we don't even know who the kids is. We don't even know what their names is because we got to change the names. The mom was like, bullshit, you ain't changing no names in here. You know exactly who my kids is. The doctor, he acting crazy and shit. So he's insinuating on her cokeness coming up there trying to see her kids. So her and the lawyer leave. She asks one of the orderlies if she could go use the bathroom. So she sneaks out. And she's running through the hospital looking for her 2 kids. So all of a sudden, she went into one of the rooms where the crazy folks were sleeping at because she hadn't opened up the doors and shit. All the crazy people, they done got loose and they running around the hospital, right? They fighting the disorderlies, they fighting the nurses and shit. So the doctor, he in the room with her baby boy, with another little boy. They shaving their hair off, right? And they putting these like little wires in his head and he turning it up on the little boy or whatever, right? The other little crazy boy, he's sitting in the chair and he looking at all the needles and the knives because he already know that anytime if he get loose, he about to cut a bitch throat. So now they don't know that the rest of the hospital going crazy, right? So the doctor, he calling for backup. He like, look, we understaffed and we can't let this lady kids get up out of here. So the middle child goes into the office, slams his head into the window. Dude that was locked up with him got his girlfriend, and while everybody, then the dude he was with, right, went and found his girlfriend. While they having a riot or whatever in the asylum, they having sex in the middle of this shit. I'm talking about giving fellatio, he beating her up against the wall. As they go to escape, they find 2 of the nurses, right? One of them they killed, the other one they took, the one that was being nice to them, right? The dude who told her in the beginning, like, you need to come to the hospital and see what the fuck they doing to us, he was fighting the other dude that was locked up with his brother. So they changed clothes, they escaped. So the whole plan was to go to his mama's house and then go to Mexico, right? The girl, she tried to run. So the girl ran behind her and pulled her back and said, look, if you run again, we gonna fuck your ass up. So they're in this diner and they getting something to eat. So the nurse and the dude sitting at one table and the other 2 psychopaths sitting at another table. And they throwing food in each other's mouth and stuff. He said, look over and see the cop got a gun. So she looked over and said, yeah, he got a gun. He said, come on, let's start some shit. She dropped the glass on the floor. She just came over and said, y'all need to pay and leave. The dude said, we not doing that because we ain't got no money. Dude get up, hit the woman. The girl hit the cop in his neck, took his gun, then started shooting motherfuckers in the restaurant.